guys, welcome back to another episode of the Self-Made Podcast. I'm your host, Chloe Trca, and we're going to be talking about 10 ways to get on your hot girl shit. Y'all know if you've listened to my episodes before, I love to chat about every week kind of what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing, my focuses, just life in general. And let's just say the last week or so, I have been getting on my hot girl shit. That has been my main focus, and I'm loving it. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've slipped off of my hot girl shit a few times recently. I feel like I'm not in that era right now, and I want to get back to her because I love when I'm feeling hot. I love when I feel like I'm on my shit. Like, I thrive in that environment, in that era, in that season of me, and I want it back. So I wrote down 10 ways to get back on her hot girl shit because trust me, I've been there before, and I miss her. So we're getting there, and I'm gonna get you there with these 10 tips. One, you guys, set a wake up time and a bedtime. It sounds simple, it sounds a little childish almost, but I'm telling you, it will change your freaking life. I'm a big morning person. I wake up at like 5:30. Now that's like my new wake up time, and I go to bed at like 9:30, 10:30 range. Like I'm in bed at 9:30. Do I have grandma sleeping hours? Maybe, but I'm telling you, if you want to be in your hot girl shit, at least have a set bedtime. And I would say aim for 7-8 hours of sleep if you can. I used to be the 5 to 6 range. Not great. The difference that I feel in myself, my energy, my mood, my productivity, like everything in my life changes with an extra hour of sleep. And I literally I force that on myself 2 ways. One, I have an Aura ring. I'm obsessed with it. If you guys are looking into getting one, I definitely recommend it if you want to focus on sleep and recovery. That's the main reason I like it. But I also have a Hatch alarm, and they're both investments. They're both expensive. 2 great things to put on your Christmas list. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys need something and you don't want to spend $200 on an alarm clock and you don't want to spend $500 on a ring, put it on your Christmas list. Have Santa bring you it because it will change your life. But I love it because it really helps me instill my bedtime and my wake up time because one, my Aura ring, it tracks my sleep. It tracks my deep sleep, my REM sleep, my light sleep, and I find that so fascinating because one, before I just never really understood it. I'm like, oh, I'm tired, wonder why. Well, now I can literally look at the data and the results and understand why. And I'm just a big like visual person, so when I can actually see a chart of like how I slept, I'm like, whoa, okay. And then it kind of tells me like your readiness, like my actual ability to like have a good day, like feel active, energetic, crush a workout is dependent on my sleep. So it's like, it is so freaking important. And I just like, I physically felt the difference and seeing the difference in myself with getting enough sleep. So forming that bedtime and that wake up time just like guarantees you to get those. I'm so sorry, guys. If you listen to my episodes and you hear like cars and background noise, I literally record in my bedroom because I don't have a podcast studio and I live right next to an interstate, and my room's right next to an interstate, and it's just so obnoxious. So apologies, work with me. Maybe we'll figure something out in the future, but for now, we get to listen to people drive by extremely fast. Anyway, I digress. But it just, setting a bedtime and wake up time, it forms structure, and it helps us with ensuring, like I said, we're gonna get that sleep. We're gonna get our beauty sleep, baby. We're gonna get hot by sleeping. It's so freaking important. But like too, just like if you do get like an Aura ring, just enhancing your sleep through like data and like understanding yourself and like when you should be going to bed and when you should be waking up, it really will transform your day. I'm not joking. And if you're like very active and you're in the gym, you're moving around a lot, you'll notice the difference in that aspect as well. But another reason I really like my Hatch alarm clock, so now we're talking about the Hatch, not the ring, is I can set, like, obviously my Hatch alarm goes off at the same time every single day. I don't even have to set it. Like, I have it preset, and I love it because it plays like ocean and like birds and stuff, and it like sounds like I'm waking up to like literally the ocean, even though I live in the desert of Arizona. And then it glows my room like a pinky orange color, like the sunrise. So like I naturally am waking up, like I can see it through my ring data that like my sleep isn't deep anymore. I'm like starting to come up into like the light sleep as my alarm's starting to brighten up because like light will wake you up. So I love that aspect of it, but also for bedtime, it helps me wind down because I have like a bedtime set, and there's like different colors you can like set your alarm to like glow. So it's like obviously dark in my room at night, and then I have a red light, so my room is like glowing red, and I heard that like red light's good to help induce sleep, I guess. I don't know the science behind it, but I do it and I like it and I think it works myself. And then I have it playing rain, like a storm, because I love a good storm. That calms me. And so I literally fall asleep to rain, the sound of rain every night, and I wake up to the ocean waving, crashing. I live in a desert. I don't get either of those ever, so I'm gonna use the Hatch. It's great. Two, with that, my ring and my Hatch alarm there's apps connected to my phone, and it literally will give me notifications and be like, Chloe girl, get to bed, like it's coming up to your sleep time and like your bedtime. And I really like that because it's like subtle, but like I'm like, oh shoot, like I need to finish dinner up, I need to finish what I'm working on, I need to like wash my face, get my routine going, and head to bed. But genuinely, making sure I'm getting enough sleep and tracking my sleep has changed my life. I'm not joking, you guys. And it's number one, it's the first step into getting into a hot girl shit, prioritizing your sleep, baby. Hot girl tip number 2, and that is have a workout routine. I know that's probably very like cliche of me to say, considering I'm a personal trainer, online fitness coach, that's my life, but it genuinely will put you on your hot girl shit. You're gonna feel hotter while you're working out, when you're moving your body, when you're sweating. One, the endorphin release is just unreal. Like you feel like on top of the world after a workout, especially a good one. But when I say having a workout routine, I don't mean you need to work out every single day. I get that's not attainable for everybody. Some people just like aren't into that. They don't have the time, they don't have the energy, they don't enjoy working out. So forcing you to like work out 5 or 6 days a week is a lot. But try to get to a routine where maybe you go to Pilates Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or you go to a cycle class every Wednesday. Have something that's like structured and like in your schedule, like every something to like hold you accountable to it. But it's like honestly too, the confidence that comes from like holding yourself accountable to a class and like going to the class, or hitting, I don't know, you hit legs every Sunday or something like that, or you know, you go on a long morning sunrise run every Friday morning to start your weekend. You know, it's like have something structured in your schedule on a routine basis, like once a week, twice a week, however many times, whatever works for you, whatever form of exercise works for you. Do that though, because it will mentally and physically make you hotter. I'm telling you. Like you're gonna feel amazing. When I do something hard too, I just feel so confident in myself, because it's like, dang, I really did that. And I feel like you can really push yourself and really challenge yourself in the form of exercise, because it's uncomfortable, it's hard. Like exercise isn't easy, but it's really not made to be easy. You're sitting there pushing your limits, pushing yourself past what you think you can handle. And trust me, like it will build a sense of confidence in you that's gonna make you look and feel hotter. Just the energy you give off when you're confident in yourself. And I feel like so much confidence can be found in the gym. And I'm not even saying like at your appearance, like it's not about your physique that you build in the gym, it's the mindset that you build in the gym. Like day and day, the grit that you build, like the determination and the consistency, like it bleeds into other aspects of your life too that are going to benefit you as well and make you hard as a human, I'm telling you. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't need to be every day. It would be great if you moved your body every day, going on a walk, or you know, work like lifting 3 times a week or running a couple times a week. Do something to move your body and have a workout routine. Just have some sort of structure in the sense of exercise. That's my tip number 2. And that brings me to tip number 3. And this is a new one, but this one is a game changer for me. This is something I just implemented, and I feel like this puts me on my hot girl shit the most. Probably out of, well, I don't know, I might say that again, but this is a big one for me. And that is having your phone on do not disturb throughout the day, like while you're working. For me, it's really hard. I practically work from my phone. I work at home. I don't have a boss, okay? So I don't have anyone being like, slapping my hand and like, no phones allowed, you can't be on your phone, like we're working. My phone is on my work. My work is on my phone. So it's like having the do not disturb on, I don't get notified by anyone else from the outside world texting me, communicating. I can really just like focus in on editing what I'm editing, or posting something, or doing whatever I need to do for work on my phone. I try to be on my phone less and less, and I try not to like talk to friends. I mean, it is important to like talk to friends throughout the day and your family, but like you don't need to be sitting there Snapchatting someone all day every day. I'm guilty. I'm putting my hand up if you're not watching the video. Like I'm guilty of like talking to my friends throughout the day all day, but I'm trying to get better at it, and it's helped by putting my phone on do not disturb, because like I have priorities, I have focuses in my career, and it's like I waste so much time scrolling on my phone, or Snapchatting people, or texting people, or worrying about what's going on in the outside world when I should be focused on my work. So like I try to have my phone on do not disturb from like 8 to 5, like my work day, and it really helps, because it's like I'm not like sitting there like checking, oh, like do I have a text or notifications? Like even if I did, I'm not going to know about it, and I don't need to know about it right now. And it helps. It really has helped focus and drown out all distractions. It keeps me just like kind of like tunnel vision when I need to be focused. And also it's refreshing to not be like reachable 24/7. Like it feels like I can just have like it's like a breath of fresh air a little bit. It's like I'm not, whatever's going on is probably not that important. I mean, knock on wood, I know there are emergencies and sometimes you need to be contacted right away, but it's like 90% of my notifications are pretty like irrelevant and not super critical to my that exact moment, you know? And it's just like, it's just really refreshing. And another tip too, if you're just, this is one thing I noticed about myself, like I would pick up my phone and I would just naturally open TikTok, I would naturally open Instagram, like muscle memory, I wasn't even noticing. I'm like, I didn't even want to be checking it. Like I wasn't even like, oh, like let's open Instagram and scroll for a minute. It was just like, I had a habit was doing it. And so what I did was I moved my apps around, because like your hand will start moving to like the apps without you knowing, like unconsciously. Move them around, scramble them up, so you don't do that anymore. And that has helped a lot. Like I moved TikTok into a folder, like hidden, so I have to literally like open the folder, slide over, and then select TikTok to open it. And same with Snapchat, I'm gonna do that, like kind of hide the apps so it's not as accessible to you and you don't unconsciously like open the app and just drown out and waste like 45 minutes of your day unintentionally. Like on your phone in the settings where it can say like how many times you like pick up your phone and check it and like or on open certain apps, it's like makes me want to vomit. Like my numbers I'm not even gonna share, they're really freaking high. It's awful. So even just like a little bit of work is making a big difference for me. So I think that's why this one's so huge for me. But hot girls, put that phone on do not disturb. Don't let anyone disturb your peace, your work, your focus. Even if it's just like 25 minutes you need to study, put your phone on do not disturb and just give yourself your own undivided attention, and just give yourself that, because you're important and you deserve that. Okay, now moving on to hot girl tip number 4, feed your mind daily. Feed it. And when I say feed it with something educational, one form of like educational content a day. In this day and age, it is so easy. We have the fastest, quickest, simplest access to anything, like podcasts, online audiobooks, a Kindle, a book, watch a podcast. Like you already, like, I mean, if you're watching this right now or listening to this, you already got your one done for the day. This is educational, you're learning something. It doesn't need to be like super scholastic and super fancy educational, but like do something to like feed your mind with something productive, positive that you can learn from and gain from. My favorite is podcasting. Otherwise, I love reading books. Like I'm a big book girl. I like reading recently. I should not say I'm a big book girl. I'm recently a book girl. But I love reading while I do cardio at the gym, when I'm walking on the Stairmaster, when I'm walking on the treadmill. I have my forms of, I have like a cardio show on Netflix, which is like my fun show. I'm gonna do that if I do the elliptical or something, or the treadmill. But when I'm walking or on the stairs, I have my Kindle and I read a book. Or before bed, I read a book to help wind down for the night. And it's like, use those little times to like feed your mind, educate yourself. It's so important. You can learn so much, so easily nowadays. It's like, why not learn more? Especially in areas that you're really like interested in and you just want to know more. There's free content everywhere online. So take that and run with it. Use that to your advantage. And get on your hot girl shit. Get a little educated, you know, learn something new. And even another form of this too, like, and this is a little different, feeding your mind in a sense of like journaling. I think this is a great like therapeutic option, but it's like you're still feeding your mind just by free journaling. Sometimes I just need to like word vomit on a piece of paper, or like in my notes app, I just like kind of write out what I'm thinking and just like clear my mind and brain dump, and it's really refreshing. And a lot of times when I do that, I learn things about myself, which I think is really cool. And that's another sense of like feeding your mind. Your self-awareness is rising when you do that. I can promise you that. So do that. Even something as simple and fun as like scrolling Pinterest though, like getting inspiration, I think that's a really cool way to like feed your mind too, and just like get re-inspired for something. Like if you want to up your fashion, or you want to up the way you cook, or that's what my 2 Pinterest things are, recipes and like clothing. But whatever you're interested in, open up Pinterest and get some inspo for 5 minutes and let yourself scroll in there. But like it's more of a productive scrolling rather than like sitting on Instagram comparing yourself to like whoever you follow, you know? So feed your mind, baby. Feed your mind. It will make you hotter. Number 5. This is a simple one, but I feel like we all might neglect this super simple, like easily, unfortunately, and it's kind of sad. At least I need to do a better job at this, but it's reaching out to a family or friend like every day, just checking in on them, because that means a lot. One, because human interaction, socialization is really important. Connections with friends and family is so important and like so crucial to like our mental health. But it means a lot to them too, and it can be really beneficial for your friendships and your relationships, because it shows you care, and community is so important. That's what I've learned. I'm a big introvert. I'm very good alone. I'm quite independent, but it's like I've realized how, like I don't know what I would do without my friends and family. Like I rely on them for so much, and like I love them to death, and I love like every time I get off the phone with like my grandma or my mom or my friend or my dad, whoever, it's like I'm in such a good mood. And so anytime you're in like a sad mood, a down mood, or a happy mood, like give them a call, chat with them. 5 minutes. It doesn't need to be a 55-minute conversation. If it needs to be, then do a 55-minute conversation with your best friend. But like really just make sure you're still reaching out and interacting with your friends and family who maybe you don't necessarily live with or see all the time. Like now that I live across the country, I don't see my friends and my family as often. So it's really important that I do make an effort to like reach out and chat with them every single day. But it's important. So with that being said too, another thing I want to talk about is what hot girls need to do is really evaluate who you're giving your attention and your time to and your energy to. So really sit there, reflect. I'm huge on this, is like who you surround yourself with is who you're going to become, and it really directly impacts your energy and your mood and just your life in general. Like be around people who make you want to be better, encourage you, inspire you, make you happy, help you grow, like fuel your soul and make you joyful and happy. Like don't be around those people. Like the older I get and just the more people that I meet and the more self-aware I become, I realize there is an instant like energy I get when I'm around certain people, and I'm like, wow, like it really impacts my mood, and it impacts our relationships and our friendships and just me in general, my personality, when I'm with people that we click and their energy is like where I want it to be and where it should be for like a healthy relationship. And there's some people where I just don't maybe click with, and there's just like a weird, I don't know, energy and vibe. Like don't force the relationship, don't force a friendship if you don't have to. Like your time and your energy is so precious, and it's something you can't get back, so only give it to people that you want to give it to. So it's like if there's a boy that's like draining the life out of you, cut him off, okay? If there's a friendship that is just constantly stressing you out, or is it making you better, or you feel like you're being used, or there's jealousy, or there's just hate, and there's negative emotions tied to it, try to either resolve that and like work on the friendship and relationship, or cut it off, because it's like give that time and energy to people who care about you and make you better and that you want to give like that energy to, you know? So be so conscious of that. I feel like I talk about that a lot, but it's so important, okay? Moving on to hot girl tip number 6, and that is to have a goal to achieve every single day. And it doesn't need to be a huge goal, it doesn't need to be massive, but have a goal that you can check off and like be like, I got it done, and be proud of yourself. This builds confidence, this builds a sense of accomplishment. It can be something as simple as hitting your 10,000 steps every day, or drinking half a gallon of water, a gallon of water every day. Or it can be even a goal like, I want to cook, and this goals can change every day, they don't have to be the same. But it can be, today you wake up and be like, I want to cook all 3 of my meals today. Make that a goal and accomplish it. It will make you feel so freaking good and confident, and it will just make you a better person when you check off something, you accomplish something. Like it just feeds your soul, it feeds your energy, like it makes you so proud in a sense, and I think that makes you a better person. But like even if there's like a side project you're working on, or like a side hustle you have, make it a goal to like be like, all right, I'm gonna do, for something I'm working on, it's like, okay, I'm gonna test out 2 new, okay, I can't spoil it, but like just set a goal within that. It's like you don't need to finish the project that day, but like set, you know, mini goals within that to help you 1% get better at that, or like work your way to finishing out that project, you know? Like set little goals and be like, okay, I got it done, and then you can check it off and you can kind of get a sigh of relief at the same time. But I'm telling you that sense of accomplishment you get from checking something off is amazing. I'm a huge to-do list girl because I like that feeling of checking it off. But don't overwhelm your to-do list. Like don't do too much, because it will overwhelm you, and then you'll be stressed out and you'll burn out, and then it does honestly the opposite effect that we want it to. But just do something that will make you 1% better every day, and that will build you closer to the person that you want to become. And I'm telling you, just do something productive every day. Hot girl tip number 7 is having a form of self-care at least once a week. I don't think you necessarily need to do like a self-care something extra every single day, because that's like a lot, and the odds of it actually occurring are slim. Like, we gotta do attainable things, but like once a week, do a hair mask, you know, like take an extra long everything shower once a week, or do a face mask once a week, like at night before bed, or have like a little special night, self-care night once a week, or get your nails done, or get a massage, or get a facial. I know a lot of these are like kind of expensive, and we don't got time or money for that all the time, but if you do, splurge and treat yourself to something nice like that, because it's like, oh, save your money, but also too, like, taking care of yourself and like, you know, treating yourself also can go a long way and be very productive in a sense. Like, it makes you feel better, and I feel like when you feel good, you're the best version of yourself too, like the way you treat people, the way you act, your energy. So I feel like, you know, maybe a massage, it's doing more than just loosening up the muscles and being a relaxing hour. Like, you get more out of it, you know. But really just like prioritizing self-care and not pushing it off. That's like honestly something I feel like for a while I kind of like didn't do. Like, I didn't do the hair mask, I didn't do the facial thingy, or I didn't do the face mask at night, you know. But I think those little things can go a really long way, especially I feel like the majority of the girls listening are female, and I feel like a lot of self-care things like that, getting your nails done, just like, I hate getting my actual nails done, but it's like I love having my nails done. It makes me feel girly and cute, and it's like those little things can go a long way. So just make an effort once a week to do something for yourself that you necessarily don't always have time to do, or don't do, but you know, like, you love to do, and it makes you feel so good. So I'm telling you, just do that. It can even be something, like I said, as simple as just having a chill night, a chill little self-care night. But do it for yourself. That brings me to number 8, and this is kind of something similar to that, but it's romanticize something about your day every single day. And I love romanticizing my life. Like, I feel like I do this a lot in the mornings or at sunset, but even like something like cooking dinner, like light a candle, play some music in the back, enjoy the process of cooking, pretend like you're in this like beautiful kitchen and environment, and you know, just like you're in a movie or something, you know, or if you're with like a friend or a boyfriend or something, like cook dinner together, light a candle, have a glass of wine while you're making dinner, like romanticize it, make it special, make it extra. Like, do that, go the extra mile just to enjoy it more, because like, why wouldn't we want to enjoy life? Like, life is meant to be enjoyed. So do those little things and enjoy it. Like, the day-to-day routine normal things that you necessarily like, we have to cook dinner every single night, but it's like, make it special, make it fun. Or like, instead of just taking your normal shower, if you have time, take a bath, light a book, oh my gosh, light a candle, read a book in the bath, like put bubbles in your bath, or like a little salt or something, like put aroma, something going on in the air, or like, I don't know, just make it so extra and so special just to really enjoy that moment. Like I said though, like you gotta wash yourself, so you might as well make it special and fun. But then again too, like even your morning routine, romanticize it a little bit more. Like, wake up a little earlier, go on a little hot girl walk, play some music, watch the sunrise, and make a fun little coffee after, if you want to be fun with it, because I know like everyone likes to, you know, make little morning clips and routines or photos or something for your Instagram story, or make a little reel out of it. Like, just enjoy it, romanticize it, like make it fun, make those common things fun, romanticize your life. It just makes life better, it really truly does. And that's something I'm trying to do more of as well. And that brings me to hot girl tip number 9, and that is feed more into either your faith or your spirituality. This is something that's completely turned my life around, like 180'd it, and I couldn't be more grateful. Like, I take the extra time to pray. I take the extra time I go to church like twice a week now. I go on Sundays, and I go to this like youth night service every Thursday, and it's like, I love it, and it makes me a better person, and it makes me feel so much more grounded, and I understand myself better. I understand life better. I understand why things happen, why good things happen, why bad things happen, what I can't control. A lot of my anxiety's gone because of it. And again, like, I'm not going to press religion on you, and I'm not going to press anything, but it's like, if you're not religious, at least try to get into like spirituality and like connect with something, because it has changed my life. Like, I used to be such an anxious person, and it's like I'm really not anxious anymore. I'm not stressed out. Like, I very rarely get like anxious and stressed, because it's like I know God's plan, and I trust in Him, and I trust everything in my life. I understand. I truly believe and understand everything happens for a reason, and that puts me at such peace and at ease. And it makes life better. It makes life more enjoyable. There's so much more joy in my life because I have a relationship with God, and I pray, and I have that connection. I have that spiritual connection with something above. And if you don't, I couldn't recommend this one enough. I couldn't recommend this one more. If like you're wanting to start going to church but you're scared to go, like I always tell people this, and like if you know, I feel like in every, like if you still like live in your hometown or something, if I feel like there's that one girl who always goes to church, like a Christian girl. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I had a lot of these girls. I 125 million% guarantee if you reached out to them and was like, hey, can I come to church with you on Sunday? They will be more than happy. They'll probably pick you up and bring you a coffee. Like they will be so excited to bring you, because it's like everyone in the church, they know what it's given them, and they want everyone to have that. So if you're scared to go alone and you have nobody else, reach out to somebody like that, or drag your sibling along, drag your best friend along. Just like, do this for me, like please, I want to go. I feel like they'll go if they're an important person in your life and they love and respect you. Like that's a thing. Like that's how I started going to church. Me and my best friend started going together, and like it's a little intimidating at first, I'm not gonna lie, like going to a new church, but people are so welcoming and so inviting and so warm. And I promise you, if you go, God will speak to you through that sermon or that mass, that service, whatever it is. Like there will be a message in there, and you're gonna be like, honestly, like hooked. Like God works in those mystical, magical ways. And every time I go to something, like I'm like, wow, I needed to hear that. And it literally alters my perspective and changed my mindset, and it's always for the better. It is always something I really freaking needed to hear, and it's amazing. But like I said, if you're not religious, I'm not gonna press that, I'm not gonna force that upon anyone. But like if you're into spirituality, there's so many like books and so many different podcasts that you can start reading and listening to, and like fueling your mind with that, and like just taking a second to like tap more into that mindset. I really recommend it. Like I really, really, truly do. So that's hot girl tip number 9. And this brings us to our last one. Our last tip is block out 1 to 2 hours a week to organize your life. This is something I'm implementing this week. I haven't done this yet, but I know it's gonna make my life better. I just know it, and I wanted to talk about it. But every like either Friday I'm gonna do this and go to like a coffee shop, or every Sunday I'm gonna go. I have like this cool place in my apartment complex, or like our condo community area. I don't even know what you call it, but anyway, it's like a little office-y area, and I want to sit there and I just want to like focus in, dial in, prep my life. I want to check in on my goals weekly. I want to schedule in what work things I need to get done this week. And for me, this is really important just because I am self-employed, and scheduling things, deadlines, all of that, it's on me. So I need to give myself 2 hours, an hour once a week, to like write this out, see it visually, understand what I need to do. Again, this would be a great time too to like, if you want to form a budget and check in on your budget and like your spending habits, and just, you know, really reflect. But it's like if that's those really good habits and things to do, so it's like use that time to do that as well. Write down things you want to accomplish that week. Write down things, reflect on things that maybe didn't go great last week. How can we fix that this week? Plan your groceries, plan your meals for the week. Like use this time to prep for success. That is just like one of the most important things ever, is prepping for success. And this is such a great way to do that, because it's so easy to like run through your mind like, can you do this, this, and this? But if you actually devote an hour to it, writing it down, planning it out, you're gonna feel amazing. I'm like looking forward to it. And just even use this time to like brainstorm ideas for like your future, things you want to work on, things you want to try. Get creative with it. Like make a mood board, go on Pinterest. Just let your mind be creative and wander. But anyway, those are my 10 habits, 10 tips to becoming the hottest version of yourself and getting on your hot girl shit. So I hope you're with me. I hope we can both get on our hot girl shit together. I'm excited. I'm like really hyped about this. And I hope some of this helped. I hope you try out one of these things, or all 10. And if you do, DM me, message me, let me know what you think, what you did, how it helped. I love hearing from you guys. And that is gonna wrap up this week's episode. But love chatting with you guys. I love you so much, and we'll chat next week. Bye.